Variety, Freakier Friday team says original film's Asian representation was problematic, but sequel will make it right. I hate when movies and studios does this shit. Oh, it was problematic back then, so we're gonna make sure that we address it in this movie and apologize for it. How about you guys just shut the fuck up and not say jack shit? You don't have to say this. You didn't have to say, oh, this movie was problematic back in the day. Saying the N-word, saying, how Asians were represented, saying, oh, this joke that has homophobia in it. It's like, bro, it was back in the day and you made a shit ton of money for it. Don't apologize. They're fighting for me? This is gay. They don't need to fight for my 2-inch penis. I've come to terms with it, all right? Asian members of the team behind Freakier Friday, Disney's upcoming sequel in the 2003 comedy Freaky Friday, agreed that the original film features some hurtful choices around its Asian character. But in the new film releasing in August, they sought to make it light. This is stupid. Why? Why are you guys being such pussies? Who cares? Nobody cared, alright? Did anyone fucking complain? I didn't hear any fucking Asian people complain about this movie. Look, Asian person was in the movie. Cool. We got a little bit of representation. That's great. Who fucking cares? Move on. Nobody complained. I didn't complain when I watched this movie. I didn't care when Chris Tucker made fun of Asian people in Rush Hour. I didn't care about any of that kind of stuff. See, and that's the reason why I think that people have gotten they've gotten soft and become pussies. And all of these companies and studios that are ruining everything are filled with a bunch of fucking middle-aged Karens. No one fucking cared about that shit. It's so infuriating. Stop fucking virtue signaling. Just stop it already, man. No one cared about that shit. When Chris Tucker made fun of that guy in Rush Hour, and he's like, hey man, oh yeah, look alike. Like nobody cared. We all laughed. No one was fucking offended. They're offended on behalf of Asians. You can go fuck yourself to Bangkok. I'm so done with these people, man. All filled with fucking middle-aged Karens, bitching and complaining about other things. Oh, hey, that was very insensitive 20 years ago. Nobody cared. Nobody cared. In 2003 film, Jamie Lee Curtis and Lindsay Lohan play a mother and daughter who are constantly at odds when they get into a loud argument at Chinese restaurant owner Pei Pei tells her mother to stay out of it. So Soong's character intervenes, offering Tess and Anna a platter of fortune cookies. This isn't really a good time, Anna says, but Pei Pei's mother insists before speaking in a hurried Chinese to shut her up. Tess and Anna take the cookies, which turn out to be magical, leading them to switch bodies until they can better understand each other. That's so stupid. There were some stereotypes that were hurtful. What nationality are you? Canadian. A dark Canadian is feeling Indian descent. Durkistan. Canadian American film director So you're saying that Nisha Ganatra, the director of the new Freaky Friday, the one who sings songs like you're saying that you are offended on behalf of Chinese people? Now I can see why China and India are constantly at war. I can see now why China, on the border of China and India, there are basically about 200 meters with a bunch of Indian people and Chinese people on the other side come together, mutually agree that we're not going to use guns to kill each other, but we're going to beat each other up with pipes and sticks and shit like that. I can't believe this person is getting offended on behalf of Chinese people. Have you even talked to Chinese people before? I think that if you go up to a random, Chinese person, maybe, someone in Chinatown, for us, we just call it town, you could ask them that, hey, there was like this scene in the Freaky Friday movie back in 2003 with, a Chinese restaurant. Do you feel offended? And most of them would be like, no, I don't think so. Because nobody fucking cared back then. These people had nothing fucking better to do with their fucking lives. I remember watching it and feeling torn. Mostly about Asians' representation and also the soundtrack that was being used. It was something that I brought up right away when I had in my first meeting with the producers. I had a moment of their presentation that was like, problematic Asians representation? Shut the fuck up, bitch! Now, if this person was like Asian, like Chinese Asian, all right? I'm not talking about the jungle Asians, the islander Asian. I'm talking about the fancy Asians like myself, okay? The lighter skinned Asians that stay inside and have the darker Asians work outside in the rice fields, okay? Now, if you were to ask someone like, let's say Michelle Yeoh, asked her, or maybe even Ming-Na Wen, and asked her, hey, did you find the scene offensive? They probably would have said no. This is absolutely wild. Ganatra believed that she and her team owed audiences to make things right on this one. Freakier Friday with little moments that don't betray this movie, but were satisfying people who found hurtful moments in the last one. Who's a fucking pussy? Who's the pussy? Raise your hand that you found the shit offensive. That was stupid, man. For example, Chow and Sung both returned for the sequel. Some really fun moments, but they aren't involved in the body swapping this time around. It was different time and wasn't done intentionally, but it's a real thing. It's something I, being Asian, was super cautious of. Manny Jacinto, a jungle Asian, said concerns about Freakier Friday before he officially joined the cast as Eric Anna's fiance, but was happy with how Ganatra handled Asian representation in the film. Manny Jacinto is not Chinese, he's a jungle Asian. He's a Filipino. How about you ask a proper Chinese person if they found this offensive? Okay? Do not ask a jungle Asian. Do not ask a red dot Asian. Ask a fancy Asian. The light-skinned ones. Korean, Japanese, Chinese. The light-skinned Asians, all right? When I first considered hopping on board, I remember watching the first Freaky Friday and being like, this does not age very well. Regarding the diverse characters, knowing Nisha and speaking to other people within our circles, I knew we had a captain who was very much aware of those archetypes or those issues presented in the first one. I felt very well taken care of. I don't know if it would have been the same or had same heart and charm if it was different director. She keeps it very grounded and real, but also charming and fun. That's fine. There's a fine line to play, and she walks it really well. I'm so glad they canceled The Acolyte. I'm so fucking glad they canceled that shit. Oh my god, man. That's wild. But yeah, how about instead of being offended on our behalf, it's because that's clearly a Chinese woman, and Fortune Cookie is Chinese restaurant. All right? And if you are going to be offended on our behalf, at least ask a person. Ask an actual Chinese person if they're offended. Because most of them would say no. Most of them would say, I don't care. Now, unless you are one of these soft snowflake pussies, then yeah, probably you will be offended by this. But the thing is, there's a reason why we cannot make Rush Hour now. There's a reason why we cannot make what's it called again? Ling Ling, you forget your bling bling, right? There are a lot of reasons why you cannot do that kind of stuff now. Is because I think people are just too, I would say, they're big pussies. All right, they're big ass pussies, and I feel like them being offended on our behalf is actually more disrespectful than anything, right? And there's a reason why I don't go over to my Indian friend's house. It's the smell.